Okay, let's see if that is live. I'm hoping that it is. We'll see how it goes. Looks like we're live. I'm just gonna let everybody know that the stream has started. So if you're just joining us, feel free to say hello. Let me know what projects you're working on. I can hear Lobster, my cat, meowing in the distance, a sign that he's usually gotten himself stuck somewhere, but I can see him and he hasn't. So I don't know quite what he's whining about, but if you can hear him, he's fine. For anyone who might be viewing this for the first time, I do in fact have a cat named Lobster, along with 2 other cats who are the light of my life. They're good little good little boys who are often very, very mischievous. But yeah, I thought tonight I'd get some streaming in. Hello, Gurmudgeon. Hello, Brady. How's it going, you two? Ugh. Working on anything cool? Is the sound okay, by the way? I know that there was some sound issues last time, so I'm hoping that that's resolved for tonight. You finished your arms! That's excellent. Now attaching heads. Well, hopefully there are less heads for you to clean than there were arms. I don't really remember what step in the process I was on last time. I feel like I was painting a bunch of white. So that's probably where I'm about to pick up. Yeah, because I don't think I painted those gloves. So we'll go with that. Sound is a bit spiky, but perfectly fine. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Okay, let me know if that helped at all. Or maybe this will be a bit better. I don't see this spiking into the red as much, but I don't know if that volume might be too low. So you guys let me know. Just tell me and I can tinker with it a little bit. No, Josh, once again, I will not be working on a chicken night. I thought about painting my night a little bit, but I don't know. I'm working on these guys. Probably just because I'm eager to finish them off and see what's next for me. Still have a lot of projects that I want to work on this month. Haven't really started painting the miniature that I need to paint for this month's video because the can of spray paint that I bought from my local shop stopped working, my spray primer, so I have to go and get that exchanged. But the shop is currently closed for inventory, so I haven't been able to get down there and go. But I'm hoping that they will be finished their inventory soon, because I've heard that they will have my Gobblepalooza, but not Gobblepalooza, the Stampeding Squigalanche box that I bought way back in before December. I've been waiting on. Apparently there was some mix-up with some of their inventory, and so I hadn't gotten it in yet. But it's there, and I can can go and pick it up soon. I'm very excited about it. Of course, probably most of those goblins won't actually get painted for months, because some of them will be used for the upcoming Clown Collab 2023, and then others will I have words, they're coming. Others will just be painted by me, or be painted by my friends when I go visit them in Ireland. All really going towards clowns, which means I probably have to do a massive amount of assembly, which I'm not looking forward to. Oh yeah, Clown Collab Volume 2, it's coming. I was trying to figure out how to best incorporate a community aspect, and I think what I'll do is I will set up a community Clown Collab Discord, so that I'll probably make the announcement the month before Pride Month, so that anybody who wants to participate making a clown themselves can, and then all of the YouTubers who are working together as part of this clown collab, if we want to feature some photos from the community, we can pull a couple of images from the Discord and use them in our videos. Of course, anyone who posts, I'm gonna put a disclaimer up in the Discord, and I will ask all of the YouTubers to, of course, credit the individuals who painted the clowns. But if you are interested in joining that Discord and posting photos of your clown, please do so with the knowledge that it may be used in a YouTuber's video, with credit to you on like a social. We'll have some way of setting that up. Specifics will come. They're happening in my brain as it chugs along on its Arizona green tea filled trip to the station of ideas. But you get what I'm saying? Did I summarize that in a way that made sense? Did anybody follow me? Just like one person raised their hand. I'm gonna pretend that I can see you in like a deranged preschool type setting in which you are subject to the story time of me painting with absolutely no escape. Hi Caleb. No, I am not working on Cawdor. These are some ash waste nomads. They're ash waste nomads. I was like, I can say more than that about them. I really can't. I don't know anything about the lore of the ash waste nomads. If anybody has a good lore video for these boys, please send it to me. Please post it. I'm tired of not knowing jack shit about them and would like to, but I also don't have the monies for buying the Necromunda books because I spent all that money on Night Titans. Hector, don't judge me for my purchases. This is a supportive environment, not a judgmental one. Yo, Realm of the Lich King in the chat. What up, Destro? Okay, well, that's great that the nomads have no lore in the base codex. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, cool. So these guys ruled Necromunda, or just lived there maybe, before the rich folks came in. And then they were pushed out of the Hive City. I'm really excited to name all of these guys. Name suggestions so far have really slapped a lot. And I want to, like, because Necromunda, right, you're supposed to care about your individual guys, and, like, they can get upgrades, or they can die, or they can get limb augmentations and stuff, right? That's Necromunda? Does that sound like Necromunda to anybody who's played Necromunda? I've only watched videos about people playing Necromunda, and I would love to play Necromunda. I just don't currently have the, like, setup of me with a Necromunda campaign group. There's, like, one person in my local store who's been posting about some Necromunda terrain that they made, and I'm like, ooh, maybe if I get lucky, Necromunda will happen. So I'm also trying to be like, yes, I will play Necromunda. Necromunda videos that I've watched and adore. I like the one where Eric's Hobby Workshop talks about Necromunda and building some really sick Necromunda terrain. I've watched the Midwinter Minis retro Necromunda unboxing. I have watched that one video that Brent does. Brent from Goobertown Hobbies, about his camp counselor who thought Necromunda was cool. And that's like one of the first videos I ever watched about miniature painting. So it does seem cool. I always root for my guys. I don't know that I've ever cursed at my guys. Sometimes I'm like, gosh dang it, but that's more me being a bad general. I don't usually expect to win games. Wait, Soda, you're going to Adepticon, right? You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there for all 5 days. Do you want to play Necromunda together? I'll bring my guys. I'll bring all of my guys. If you have time, we should play Necromunda. Yes, you'll bring your guys. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I sounded like Cam for just a second. He's always saying, let's go. Yes, and you'll bring terrain. Awesome. And can you also teach me the rules? I will read the rule book before then. I promise, I swear. I swear in front of the chat, who will ridicule me if I don't. But I may not understand the rules. I will read them, though. I promise. Yes. Fuck yes, Soda, absolutely. I don't know if you'll have any of your miniatures rundown stuff. I mean, my entire camera and mic setup is a mic and a camera. So I don't know that I could film, like, a battle report in any decent capacity. But if you want, I can bring my limited equipment. We won't be able to, like, find a quiet corner, I'm sure, of the convention hall. But if you wanted to record some of that for, I don't know, posterity's sake or some shit like that, then I suppose we could. But also we could just fucking have a fun game of Necromunda, and I could try it out and see if I like it. I don't know. It's up to you. For filming something? Okay. Well then, you know, if we are just like, you know what, let's film this, we will. And then if we're like, fuck this, no, we're not doing that, then we won't. We can play that aspect by ear, but the thing we will not be playing by ear is the fact that we will be playing fucking Necromunda Adepticon 2023. Excellent. I'm very excited now. They are little guys, Josh. They're just little guys. They're little war dollies that we make fight each other. We need to play Necromunda and then convince others to play Necromunda? Well, that should be easy enough. I mean, Lila Mev will play anything with badass women in it, I'm sure. Although she skews more towards, like, role-playing games. Most of the people, Berserker Works and Eric's Hobby Workshop, I think they both already love Necromunda, so that wouldn't be hard. Presumably Brent may have actually read the rules and played a game of Necromunda, although how long ago that was, and if he remembers the rules, is dubious at best. And then my Irish friend Mark is gonna be there, and he doesn't have a choice because, I'm paying for the hotel, so he has to tolerate me. Little boys we used to fight, yeah. Little fighty boys. Little war boys. Just a little wee little war boy. It looks very Mad Max, Necromunda does, so you know. I'm excited. It's got potential. I think I need to paint that pouch red instead of purple. Yeah, let's take care of that before I forget to do it. Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to Lila about it. We hang out on the regulars, so I'll see what she thinks of it. Calling them chicky tendies is just more fun. It's just undeniably more fun than calling them chicken tenders. So you know how sometimes you're just like eating snacks because that's what humans do, and like, oh man, this snack is good. I've been really into just like roasted, shelled peanuts recently because I like the experience of having to crack them open and then you eat them, and it's like, you know, you get a little bit of animal enrichment in your enclosure along with your treat. Achilles, my cat, he has so many cat toys. Just so many. More than a cat should have, because he's a spoiled little boy, and that's fine, and we love him. He wants to play with the peanut shells so bad that it is becoming like a chore to eat my little enrichment enclosure snacks, because he will find the shells and then pick them up in his little cat mouth and proudly prance around the house with them. Cats love trash. It's science. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's definitely 100% science, confirmed by actual scientists. I think he's looking okay. I know that I definitely don't want to do teal and purple as the other colors, but for the life of me, I do not know what color to paint the little banner posts and things. I'll probably just do metal. We're just gonna do metal. Like, silver can't be that wrong of a choice, right? For guns and stuff like that. Guns and weapons. We have silver and gold, I think, in the Vallejo set that I can choose from. And the silver's pretty good. Like, do we want to try that now? Do we want to see how that looks? Or do we like this kind of orange and I don't like how it looks. I really don't. And I need to like how it looks. I do. I'll be sad if I don't. Let's try it. Let's paint some black. Let's put down a base coat. And then we'll try metal. And you know what? If it sucks, guess what? We can paint over it. Hey, Orc Dork! Haven't seen you around in a little bit. How have you been? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you again. Trash does always win in the cat toy competition. It's hard to beat. It really is. I actually got the opportunity to check my P.O. box today by asking someone nicely if they would check my P.O. box for me and bring me the mail, and I had 2 fan letters inside. Josh, you suck because you didn't give me your return address, so I can't write you a thank you letter for your little sticker that you sent me, even though I like it very much. And then I don't think Anno's here. Might actually be that Anno's sleeping for once, but I also got a lovely letter with a return address, so I can send a lovely thank you back. You hear Kitty? Yeah, the cats are play fighting in the background, so they're rowdy. They're having rowdy boy hours right now. So it would not be very sensible for me to try and get one of them to be cute on camera right now, because they are in fact running back and forth across the house. How do we feel about the orange wire? I think we might keep the orange wire. That still feels kind of McDonald's to me. Don't ask me why. I can't justify my answer to you. And then I'll probably keep the handle of that yellow to resemble a French fry. So really, I'm just adding more steps and more colors and more complications to an already pretty damn complicated color scheme. Yep. Classic 5s. I guess this is why you do a bunch of test models. I just keep repainting the same test model, but you know, different test models could have also probably solved this problem more efficiently. However, these are the test models that we have, and we're sticking with them. We're gonna see if it looks good. If it doesn't, well, we'll just paint over it. Not at all the end of the world. I am telling myself these things to soothe myself as I worry that this will look bad. Though I suppose I'm not making it that much more complicated because I was going to keep the little scrolls orange and yellow anyway. So it's not that much more bad. It's only like half much more bad. McDonald's orange juice. Yep, McDonald's Necromunda gang. Ooh, what are you trying to 3D sculpt right now? That does sound like quite the wild ride that you've been on. Yeah, orange drink and or high C. I used to love that as a kid. Can't stand it now. I hope that one day that happens to me in Coca-Cola, where I can't drink it anymore. But, so far that's not been the case. I'm trying to drink more water, and it's not always working. Water, I don't know. If it's not ice cold, fresh from the fridge, I lose interest. Which often leads to me getting dehydrated and then shotgunning like a whole bottle of water fresh from the fridge. And then that's not good hydration for like a full day. You know, that's just me trying to compensate for not having drank anything in several hours. So, we're working on it. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not perfect yet. We'll get there one day. Okay, that looks fine, right? I'm gonna say that looks fine. Fine or close to fine. Okay. We're gonna let that dry. And pick up this guy. Water gross. Ooh. That is very grimdark, Orc Dork. Sounds interesting though. Yeah. Definitely, maybe just tag them at, like, spoiler tag them if they're super gross so that people can decide if they want to see that or not. But see, there is me drinking water, remembering to hydrate, because I yelled at myself about it. I also need to grab a pillow for my back. Ugh, I'm old. I'm not that old. There we go. That's better. You accidentally tagged yourself. Yeah, that'll happen. What the fuck color are we painting? We're painting white. I really like this one's fun little pose. Did you all see the new Necromunda model? That new Ash Waste Nomads one that they announced? Because it was really cute. It had like a little bug buddy. A little pet, a little friend. So I liked it. I like when Warhammer gives their Warhammers pets. I think it's cute and nice. I gotta pick up the paintbrush that I dropped, because of course I do. The bug looks dope. I agree. Of course it's Forge World. They gotta put all the cool stuff up there so that you buy it. Aw, Heck. Sweetie! I don't know where Heck is. I hear you, Heck. Where are you? Where are you, buddy? Are you under there? Yeah. Ugh. There's a Heck for you. Here is Heck. We have a Heck right here. Will you say hello to Josh? Will you say hello to Josh? Will you look up? Will you say hello? Yes. There we go. He knows his name. He knows when I make that noise that it is time for him to appear and be sweet and cute. Yeah, are you purring? Hi, buddy. You're such a good little buddy. You're such a good little buddy. He just went, hello. He sometimes goes beep beep. He's little beeps. Yeah. That's my little beeps. Oh, are you investigating the painting table? Are you going to paint a miniature with me? Because I'm not sure I want to see you do that. We put on a new little collar. I put on a new little collar for him. This is one of Lobster's collars, but I thought it would look cute on him. And I was right. I still haven't found Achilles a collar that he doesn't immediately rip right off, so, that remains a struggle, but Lobster and Hector will actually wear collars. My friend Mab suggested, because Achilles likes watching people play Five Nights at Freddy's, on the television. Don't ask me why I know these things about my cat, okay? It just happens. One of the little Five Nights at Freddy's characters has a bandana, and I was like, oh well, I should get one for Achilles and see if he'll wear it. So we might rob a Five Nights at Freddy's chicken plushie of its bandana so that Achilles can try it out and wear it for 3 seconds, and I can take a cute picture, and then he can destroy it as he does with everything. Everybody should like the video because Hector is here and he likes being liked. Don't you, buddy? You do! Yeah! Is that my sweet boy? Is that my sweet boy? Yeah. Are you gonna let me actually paint? Because that would be really great if you could do that. No? No painting. Just attention. You make everything a little bit more difficult when you're trying to lick my hand while... Yep, Excellent. Hector, you got me a few more likes on the video. The algorithm is pleased. Can I actually make any progress while Hector is here? Unlikely, but we're gonna try. A whisker scratch. I don't know what a whisker scratch consists of. I can give him a little chin scratch. He likes those. I can give him a little head scritch. I don't know if he likes his whiskers scritched. But he sure does love having his chin scratched. That's probably his favorite place to be pet. So I'll do that. Welcome, disrespect your surroundings. Please don't disrespect these surroundings because there's a little kitty here. There is but an innocent Hector who is getting cat hair all over my workspace. Like, you can see it on my hands. You can see how much cat hair there is just from petting him. You need to be brushed, sir. You need a good brushing. Are you shedding your winter coat? It is not summer yet. Old man. You're not even that old. But you sure do shed. Workspace? Don't you mean cat space? Yeah, pretty much, Josh. Okay. Okay, heck. I'm gonna have to kick you out of my lap because you are becoming a hindrance, and I need to paint these miniatures. But like, in an hour and a half or so, or whenever we end this stream, I can give you some more cuddles, okay? Everybody say goodbye to Hector. Hector says, goodbye, chat. Goodbye. Ugh. Yes, he's very cute. He's very bad for productivity. Oh, that's very cute. That when you scratch your cat around her whisker area, she purrs for more. That's ideal. All my cats really have different preferences as to how they like to be pet. It's kind of fun to get to learn that about different cats. Because Lobster's extremely clingy. He's like, hold me everywhere. I am a baby, and I am terrified of the world and everything in it. And the only thing that will ever make me feel better in my entire life is if you pet me at every moment of the day. Hector likes scratches on his chin and his head, best of all. And he also really likes to just lick people's fingers. And then Achilles likes it when you just hold your hand out so he can press his entire head into it. That's all their favorite ways of being pet. I don't really know what's up with Achilles in that. That's just him. He's a special baby. I don't know what this claw hand weapon is actually called, like, in the game of Necromunda, but it is dope as hell. And I'm very excited for whatever kind of, hopefully, cool special powers it has. I think the guy with the claw hand is supposed to be the leader. So presumably, if there's gonna be special powers, this is going to be the guy that gets them. I'm realizing all the areas I kind of missed because Hector was climbing all over me. That claw is a mono hook and is indeed supposed to be the leader. He's the only one on the team who is good at punching. Well, yeah, I figure he has the claw for it. Maybe that new guy with the bug friend will also be good at punching. 'Cause, like, he had a mechanical arm and his bug friend looked pretty bitey. I also really like that they have bug friends. I wish they would do some, like, horrible thing with those, like, fly eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Because then you could, like, make a Mothman out of it really easily. And I think if anywhere is going to have Mothmen in the Warhammer canon, it's probably going to be Necromunda. I'd say little known fact about me, but it's actually like one of the core tenets of my like stuff that I think is cool. I'm a big Mothman fan. Love the Mothman. Alright, I've still got white to paint on this guy, but I'm getting nervous about how that metal is going to look, so I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to grab another brush. I'll be right back. The bug friend is very good at punching. Oh, nice. He heals and trains the bug. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, so I got, like, these cheap synthetic variety packs. You know the ones, so. I'm thinking these will probably be fine for the metallics. Look at how weird the handle is. Like, just comparative to miniature painting brushes, I've been spoiled by nice brushes recently, but these ones definitely feel a bit cheaper and are strange to hold, so we're gonna see how that works out. Ever show a video showing the collection you have painted so far? Can you, like, clarify your question a little bit for me? Are you asking if I've made any, like, Army Showcase videos? Because no, there are currently none on the channel. If you're asking, would I make an Army Showcase video? Yes, of course I would. That's like an easy video to slap together. I just don't know that there'd be any interest in it, frankly. A lot of my collection is, I don't know. I mean, it's not massively impressive or anything like that. It's just... Achilles, stop eating trash. Stop. Look. I threw that in the trash can. Get back here, son. You can't chew on every piece of plastic. He wanted this. He wanted the wrapper from the paintbrush I just unwrapped. I tell you, he has no interest in real cat toys. He just wants trash. You saw it happen. Didn't even get a second of being in the trash can before he's like, ooh, I think this is mine now. Makes me wonder how parents of, like, actual toddlers can do it. I like how this metallic looks. It's very shiny. So shiny, so chrome. That's clearly the missing element, because I love the chrome. All of the lines about things being chrome and shiny in Mad Max. So that's a good enough reason for this to be extremely shiny. This paintbrush is not great. Stop tossing around Achilles. He will eat that plastic. The plastic isn't good for him. He can't have it. He's a little chaos man, but I need him to not eat garbage. That one, the second one, I think it's pretty cool. The colors and unique style you bring to 40K. Oh, well, gosh. Thanks. Don't make me blush. Jeez, that's really nice to say. I mean, if people really want, like, an Army Showcase video, I can certainly show my collection. I have well over 400 painted miniatures at this point from various Games Workshop products. I definitely have quite a few different armies, both for Age of Sigmar and for 40K. I've got some Blood Bowl teams. I've got other stuff that isn't GW. So I don't know exactly what you'd be interested in seeing. I don't know that I'd round up, like, every painted miniature that I have, just because it's taxing to have to get footage of, like, everything, and there's some stuff where I'm like, this isn't really interesting. It's just kind of a D&D miniature that I painted to practice on when I first got started in the hobby. And also, it took me a while to really kind of develop this food theme style and be confident about making all of my armies food themed. So there's like a lot of stuff that just doesn't fit with food themes. It's just kind of like, I painted this in colors that I think are neat. And I don't know if people like want to see that or not, so I don't know. I never really thought my work merited showcasing until, like, that Titan was the first thing where I was like, oh, I want people to see this constantly. I want to post this everywhere so that people are sick of seeing it because I think it looks amazing. So yeah. And I think I'm gonna switch out the shield to the rabbit shield sometime soon. If you paint it, people want to look at it. That's fair. Did you know the message in Mad Max was that fighting with trucks in the apocalypse is awesome and women ruin everything? That certainly wasn't the Mad Max that I watched. Mad Max Fury Road, there's a fantastic video about what that film, like, means. Done by Mikey Newman of Film Joy, and I think that it's great, and I watch it pretty much every time after I've watched Fury Road, and it makes me tear up a little bit. In fact, we have Fury Road to owe for me getting into Orcs and Goblins, because that's why I chose them. They reminded me of Mad Max, the 40K Orcs and Goblins, so I mean, it's very likely I would have picked goblins and orcs just because I like goblins and orcs, but these ones specifically were a, oh, that looks like Fury Road thing. In fact, probably why I like these Ash Waste Nomads is because I can go, oh, these look like Fury Road. I very much want to put a dab of chrome on his mask, but I won't because I don't think it'll work. Like, it won't give the effect that I want, so don't let me do it. Actually, I was gonna put a black wash over these, but I kind of like how fucking chrome this metal looks when it is just applied, so I'm not gonna put a wash over it, I don't think. I think I'm just gonna let it be. 'Cause it's beautiful. It is very shiny. It is very chrome. Maybe I'll do the little, I could do those little, his little earmuffs chrome. But I think no. I think this is probably just right. And if I screw with it anymore, I'm gonna screw it up. But I think this is perfect. I think we got it right, guys. I think we got it right. Kudos to everyone, but mostly me, for having the chrome idea. Don't you quote movies with Mikey to me? I was there when it was written. Alright, fair enough, Josh. Oh, you want to talk about not knowing that Mikey Newman was a voice in Borderlands? Okay. Alright, let me set the scene. Okay, because this is what? This is probably end of Borderlands 2 or end of Borderlands 3. No, end of Borderlands 2. I have been playing pretty much nothing but Borderlands nonstop with my friends Mark and Adam because we are trying to beat all of the Borderlands games before Mark goes back to college for his master's degree. We are all at this point massively depressed, and we just need to do something to distract ourselves. Borderlands ends up becoming that thing. I get really into Borderlands. Mark and Adam have beaten this game multiple times. They are... Excuse me. they're really just interested in my reaction to things. So they're having a grand old time. I think Mark knew. Mark knew that I watched FilmJoy, that I enjoyed Mikey Newman as a content creator. But the whole time, like, Scooter, the character he voices in Borderlands, is not the kind of character that I necessarily gravitate towards. To put it generously, let's just phrase. Why am I still using the shit brush to paint this? I don't need to do that. He's just not the kind of character that I really enjoy, which is fine. Everybody likes different kinds of characters. We're all good here. It's fine. So Mark waits until the end of Borderlands 2, and at this point I think we've also played Tales from the Borderlands as well. So, like, I know how all of that goes in regards to Scooter. He waits till we're just running around. And then he's like, yeah, did you know that, like, the actor who voiced him had to, like, quit because of health reasons? I'm like, oh no, that really sucks. And he's like, yeah, it got so bad and stuff like that. His name's, like, Mike Newman. And I was like, that name, I knew that name. And I was like, okay, Mike and Mikey are pretty different, but, like, I have to check. And he could hear me, like, looking this up on IMDb and stuff like that. Like, the whole time, that motherfucker knew. And then I just start laughing. And then I'm like, no, absolutely not. And, like, between saying no and laughing, Adam is so fucking confused as to what's happened. Mark is delighted, and I am trying to explain how one of the people whose opinions on film I respect so much, like, to the point where I will watch any video that he puts out about film because I'm just that interested in what he has to say. Like, a man whose videos routinely make me cry or think about film in a deeper way, like, they're good and they hit emotionally at times. This same person also voices, like, one of my least favorite characters in Borderlands. And I'm just dying. And then suddenly, like, I listen to his voice a little bit more closely, and I can hear it, and it's just, my brain broke for, like, a good 30 minutes. I just could not process that. It was awful. So, yeah. Kudos to my friends for being terrible all of the time. Just kidding. I love them very much. But, yeah, Mark definitely knew that I would have a reaction to that, I feel. And he was just biding his time for that one. I feel that in my soul. I don't know if it's true, but that's how I remember it feeling to me anyway. They pour a packet of honey mustard nugget dipping sauce in their mouth and scream witness instead of crow. Oh man, that's great. No, my backstory for these guys is that they're all customer service workers, who just lost it. Like, their brain just snapped one day. They couldn't do it anymore. Everybody was rude and terrible and awful. So they snapped, like, started killing everybody in their fast food restaurant. And then they somehow got a database of everybody who had ever been a customer at that establishment across the entire galaxy ever. And their life's mission is to now rid the world of the plague of customers by killing all of them, and maybe going a bit Sweeney Todd and turning them into burgers. I don't know why I think this is hilarious, but that's the backstory. Starboy is a little cute for that, and I have to, they snapped and turned them into burgers, smiley face. Oh, no. Oh, God. Soda, I don't know if you saw, I posted it in the artwork section, I think, like a week, not even a week ago, a couple of days ago, maybe. But my friend Adam drew, like, Starboy as a horrific FNAF animatronic. That's probably the Starboy that should have been narrating that story. No. Starboy is not a Toby in that story. No one's really narrating. Cause I don't know, I've only seen like the Tim Burton version, so I know that it's in like the original they have some narrator kind of character going, attend the tale of Sweeney Todd, so Starboy functions as an omnipotent narrator and is all-knowing, but has no sway over the actions of the characters involved. FNAF Starboy gives you nightmares? Yeah. I did not ask for that to be created. I merely existed and was unfortunate enough to have friends who like to bring cursed energy into this world. I love my friends, but they're insane sometimes. That's fair. Well then, I don't know who Starboy is in a Sweeney Todd context. Probably just like background character number 8. I don't really think Starboy, color palette wise, would fit into drab London. Well, I suppose they could be the grocer, because the line is it has to be grocer, it's green. And Starboy is definitely green. Little Priest is like my favorite song because it's so damn funny. All the puns are so good. Like, I'm sorry, I understand that they're singing about killing people, but it's funny and it slaps. Actually, I'm not sorry. Why am I apologizing for that? It slaps. End of story. Close the chapter. Is this white paint or white primer? Because I can't tell. I think it's white primer. Yeah, it's definitely primer. Okay. Okay, little guy. We'll get you fixed up. Don't worry. Yeah, it's very good. I honestly don't think that the musical has a stronger number than Little Priest. It's good stuff. Who's sneezing back there? Who's got little kitty sneezes? Is that you, Achilles? I know it wasn't you, Hector. You just continue to lie there and be cozy, okay? Thank you. Isn't it great when you've trained your cats to have conversations with you? Maybe some people would think that's sad. I, however, think it's awesome. Yeah, and Hector agrees. You sure do, buddy. I know, I shouldn't have said that that was sad. That would be insulting your intelligence, which I would never ever do. Certainly. I certainly don't have a very silly video that I've been hesitating to post because I'm like, I should post serious content, but it's just you getting stuck under a blanket. I do have that video. I do. Don't you poke me with your little claws. I'm not finished painting yet, so it's still not time for you to get attention. Oh, what are you guys working on? I know some people had said their hobby projects earlier in the stream, but I feel like that died out as I started getting off onto random tangents. I know that Gurmudgeon had some Tyranids that all had their arms, I think, and now they were getting heads. What about the rest of you? What have you got on the hobby table? Also, Soda, what Necromunda crew do you have? I mean, I'm not gonna know the strategy of it, but it would be cool? I don't know, I would say useful. A smarter person would find it useful to know what they'd be playing against in terms of gangs, but I'm just gonna say it would be cool for me to know, because I don't know that I'm gonna actually know anything about the other gangs for a while. Bouncing between your 3D sculpt and your Barbarians 2 warband. Oh, cool. I'm excited for the next Grognard's Yell at Cloud, the premiere podcast from Destro and Ghost Bear. Have you picked out the dumb paint name of the day? I still think I picked the best dumb paint name, but I really researched it, so I don't know if maybe I was trying too hard. You have Escher, Nomads, and Orlok? Okay, cool. Yeah, I really am interested in your Nomads crew. I know you had mentioned not really wanting them. I just feel like I should play a game of Necromunda and decide if I like the game first, but I'm also just I just want to paint the bugs, so it almost doesn't matter. It's pretty much inevitable that that bug crew will be mine. Just a matter of waiting to get paid on Friday. You are assembling some exalted sorcerers for a Warp Coven kill team. Holy heck, those guys have a lot of bits and detail. I don't know if I know what exalted sorcerers look like. Or what a Warp Coven kill team looks like. But that sounds pretty cool. Always try before you buy, at least for gaming. I feel like that's good advice if gaming is the main part of the hobby that you enjoy. I buy before I try, but that's because painting is the part of the hobby that I enjoy. So it really doesn't matter, almost, if I like the game or not. Ask me when the last time I played 40k was, and I couldn't really tell you. But I like knights. I think they're cool. I like Tau. I think they're cool. I like orcs. I think they're cool. So, yeah. Let's just say I'm not overly concerned with the practical aspects of not acquiring too much army. I'm way more on the I will acquire and then paint all of the army. Zinchi Space Marines. Okay, alright. I have a vague idea of what that looks like. Those are the guys with the flooshy horns, and then they sometimes stand on the little discs. They are cool. Well, I will definitely put Army Showcase on my idea list, and then in a month or a time where I'm just like, man, I really don't have the energy to make videos, which will come. I'll release one of those. Maybe I can even break it up into, like, all of my 40K models, all of my Age of Sigmar models, because that's probably a little bit more feasible to do. I'll wait until I have this, this latest knight painted up, though. Before, well, I guess I could do an Age of Sigmar one. I think I've probably got all of my Age of Sigmar miniatures that I plan on painting in the near future painted up. I think I still have some, like, Hobgrots somewhere or other. Why did I get red paint? Oh, I need to paint that. Some Hobgrots that I could paint and add to my Cruel Boys army. You actually use all your parts for kit bashing, which I appreciate. I think it's cool. There's like this, I'm hoping that they're there again at Adepticon, but there's like a bits vendor that just has a huge setup of like new and old and all kinds of like Warhammer bits, and it's not like the discounts are super great most of the time, but it's just a lot of stuff mixed together, so it's cool to look at. And most of it's pre-assembled, so I might go digging for some Titans in there. See if I can find a Knight Dominus that I don't have to put together myself. Or see if Soda was true on their offer to trade me an assembled one for an unassembled one. Hee hee. Hobgrot mimes versus clown goblins. Nah, my Hobgrots are painted to look like those strawberry candies that your grandma always gave you. They go along with my zebra striped gum Cruel Boys. These are words that I say. Yeah, I need pictures of the different variants. I haven't looked up, like, the assembly guide to be like, I want this one with that weapon and that head and 2 arms that are just chainsaws. Blue stuff an entire night. I don't know what blue stuff is. Is that like green stuff but different? Because I'm not confident in my ability to sculpt a knight out of green stuff, let alone blue stuff. If you ask me if I'm tired of base coating, I would tell you yes. Because not only have I spent today base coating these guys, I have spent other parts of today base coating my knight, which is also a process, and he's huge, so it takes forever. I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but I'm really in the mood to do a bunch of intricate freehand, which I had a banner sitting around yesterday, so I did some intricate freehand. Then I wanted to do more intricate freehand, but I kind of need to see how the knight looks all together before deciding on if I want to do more, and what kind of flourishes I want to do. And that's just kind of bumming me out, because, like, I want it now. I want to do the fun stuff now. But waiting is also cool. I gotta just, you know, I gotta, like, make sure all the color balance is right and stuff like that. I'm realizing I forgot to paint those little symbols yellow, and I should probably do that. What yellow was I using? This one. Ugh. Should I write down this paint recipe? Absolutely. I need to get like a nice little paint notebook to keep on hand. Because I do maybe plan on getting more of these guys. Oh, congratulations! Everybody go sub to Destro's channel so that we can make him buy a knight. 850's pretty close. You'll probably hit 1,000 before the end of the year. Easy. Easy. Oh my gosh, Lila, it's you! Hello! I was talking about you earlier, in a good way. We were talking about needing to get people into Necromunda, and I was like, I mean, it's got badass women in it, so maybe Lila would paint Necromunda minis. I don't know. But, yeah, you came up. What the fuck, James? You didn't say hi? He's just lurking? He's just lurking. He been lurking all this time. Hi, James. Hello to anyone else lurking. I always forget to say hello to you, but I value you for being here, contributing silently. I did just call him out. You heard me. Who put your YouTube on mute? I don't know. I'm not at your house. Yes, I will call you out for lurking. But not in like a bad way, just in like a, hey, you could have said hello if you wanted to way. But I suppose you didn't want to since you were lurking, so maybe that's rude. I don't know. James and Lila came over the other day. We hung out and we watched the menu. Because Lila hadn't seen it and James hadn't seen it. And I think they had a good time. It was fun. Oh, dip. That's fair. No, lurking can be social. I totally get it. I lurk on like full disclosure, I'm ending this at probably just before 9 so I can go lurk on Warhammer Weekly's video and then not comment at all. But ever since Vince Venturella complimented one of the stupid Battletech things that I purchased at Gen Con, I'm like, yeah, this is a good person. Yes, Necromunda has badass models you would paint. Cool. Because, like, I need people to theoretically play with one day. And Soda is going to Adepticon and is going to teach me how to play Necromunda. So, like, I'll know, theoretically. And then also, like, we could get you set up with a gang. Well, probably. I mean, you're cool enough that GW would just set you up with a gang. They have fancy ladies. They have both fancy and badass ladies. Because, like, I don't know, someone smart about, that's true. That's true. You do never play the games that you paint for, unless they're D&D. Or some variation thereof. But listen, 2023 is a new and exciting year. You can play the games that you paint the miniatures for. You can do that. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to, obviously, but it certainly exists as an option. House Escher, the team of cool ladies. Yeah, that's the badass one. I was actually thinking of, like, they announced those, like, weird special characters, and there's that, I don't know if she's badass or not. I'm just thinking of that, like, Imperial Hive City lady, the fancy noble lady in, like, the weird dress. Someone knows what I'm talking about. I don't know. I'll find a link for it or something. You only have time for YouTube and D&D. That's fair. YouTube and D&D are both pretty time consuming, so I can't blame you for that. I should only have time for YouTube and D&D, but I overschedule myself because I like doing all of the things. It's how I end up spending the weekends doing nothing but lying on the couch watching YouTube videos to recharge sometimes. Josh, if it really does, I did not know that. I took a quick glance at the front of this model, so I can't speak to any weird shit on the back. Yeah. I'll try and find this link. Someone, Lila's in my Discord, so someone can post it and maybe tag Lila, so she can see this model. Now I'm worried that it might need to go in not safe for work miniatures if there's buttholes involved, but I'm gonna say that it's fine. Also not something I expected to have to talk about on stream, but here we are. You guys are just fun little barrel of laughs. It's not Kingdom Death, so it can't be that bad. That's fair. That's fair. We both need to, Lila, one thing that we're gonna need to do at some point is, I think you have one of the miniatures, or have seen the miniatures from Blood Carrot Knights before. They're the ones that are like the cats that are kind of chunky and tall, but they're like dressed in little knight outfits and little noble outfits and stuff. And I feel like you need to paint one of your cat, and I need to paint one of my cats, and we can just have fancy cat miniatures. Oh god. My chat's just... This is not a stream about Cats the musical. Yes, you have the one who's the Necromeouncer. We obviously need to paint them to look like our cats. I also have one that's a bat who looks like Count Dracula, which I don't have a cat equivalent for, but I did buy because it gave me Castlevania vibes, but cute. So there's that. I wanted to do, like, my idea for the video that I was gonna make with it, and then I didn't because I got lazy and was moving and it became wintertime, is I just want to sit in my back garden and do, like, a Beatrix Potter, you know, like, Peter Rabbit style video where I'm just, like, watercolor painting almost in a serene environment. Because that sounds soothing and practical for me to shoot in the middle of my backyard in a very busy street. It is very soothing in my head. It may not actually be that way in person. But theoretically, the people watching it won't have to know that the entire street actually just smells like French fries from the chip shop down the road. And I could say that I mind, I could lie, but I do like that my street smells like French fries. It's great. Something is always happening. Anyway, yeah, Necromunda might be cool. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. But I guess that's not important if you just want to paint the models. I am hoping to have a Necromunda team painted up for Adepticon, because I think, in addition to me and Soda gonna play, I think a couple of the other, like, content creators are into Necromunda. I might be able to talk somebody else into a game, so we'll see what happens. I regret that I did not play any games with friends at last Adepticon. I was too busy playing in the Warhammer tournament and losing horrifically. So, I'll lose horrifically to people I know this time. Painting all serene. I love your spelling of serene there, Brady. That's a good one. And then, yeah, a truck with a bunch of people in it flies by. It's not too bad in the backyard, because I've got, like, the house blocking my view of the street. So it's fine. I'm very proud of this house. I won't lie to you. I like it a great deal. How is her artwork so cool and her model so derpy? Listen, that's a lot of female models for Games Workshop, I feel like. Even models that are cool, like Yndrasta, who has a cool model, her artwork on the cover for the Age of Sigmar, like, the rulebook looks so much more badass than her model does. Exactly! Right? The pose that she has on the cover, fighting that weird, like, chaos mass, is so much cooler. So much cooler than her actual model. And I've seen your paint job for her model. You did the best you could with what Games Workshop gave you to work with, but like they needed to give her a better pose. She's just kind of standing there holding a spear. They needed to do what they did for the Sanguinius miniature, the Primarch guy. I know you had talked about wanting to work with that miniature before, after seeing Ben Comet's amazing diorama with him and Cabantha, and then I wanted to get a Cabantha, and then I realized how expensive that shit was, and I'm like, I'm not getting Cabantha anytime soon. I still want one, but I'm not going to spend like $300 on one miniature or whatever the fuck it was. I was like, nope, can't do it. Cannot do it. Yndrasta is so much cooler when painted by anyone not at GW. Hello, Rothian. Welcome. How are you? How's it going? I'm still working on these McDonald's Necromunda miniatures. They're coming along slowly but surely. I love that I get to say sentences like that. So far, I've yet to hear a YouTuber say a more ridiculous sentence when trying to explain the theme of their projects. Like, I've seen some stuff happen, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm painting this to look like cookies or some shit like that. It's always just a collection of sentences out of my mouth that I'm like, who am I and what am I doing? I think I'm probably gonna leave this symbol on the back to be painted in silver, because it'll be shiny and chrome and look cool. Hopefully I think we're down to our last one that we have to do the white base coat on, so that's nice. Today you and James went stick hunting. It's very exciting. Ah, tree for a diorama. That makes sense. That does merit some need for sticks. Soda, that pun is so bad, I don't even wanna read it. But Yndrasta is, yeah, that's pretty bad. Best excitement you've had all week? Going out into the woods to look for a tree? Man, it's been a rough week for you then. We'll have to see if we can spice that up. Like, I don't know. I was trying to suggest something, but the immediate thought I had was, how can you make James's week better? Get him a milkshake? I don't know. I don't know why milkshake was immediately where my brain went. Like, I don't know what your favorite food is, but it's probably not a milkshake. However, that was my immediate suggestion. So, I don't know if that's like divine inspiration or what, but apparently that's what you need in your life. Ham and cheese scone. Oh, that's pretty classy. That's pretty classy. Burgers make your week better. Burgers are good. I wish I was better at making burgers, but I suck at it. I always get worried about burning them. Not burning. I always get worried about like undercooking them too much. So I will either burn them or undercook them way too much. Like, not even like in that way where, oh, okay, like a rare burger is still something. Like, nope, that's just straight up not cooked enough to eat. I can make decent food. Burgers, not one of them. Not one of them. Oh, you're welcome for liking your Instagram posts. I try and like my followers' posts when I see something cool, and I'm like, oh, dope. What's that? I like it. But if there's ever anything you want me to see specifically, feel free to tag me in it. I will totally take a look. Or if I missed something that you posted, like message it to me. I'd be more than happy to look at it. I don't always remember to scroll through Instagram very thoroughly. I tend to check people's little story highlights, more so than they're, like, seeing their posts in my feed. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why this guy looks like he has a little skull the way I painted that, but that's fine. Well, I suppose he does have a skull under the mask, so it makes sense. All things have skulls a little bit. You're trying to branch out into the world of content creation. Oh, cool. Welcome. It can be a really fun time. It can also be one of those things where you get anxious about making content for a straight up like 72-hour period, and then you don't end up making anything because you were too anxious to do anything. At least that's a good portion of my experience with it. Push past that anxiety and make something cool. And you never know, people might really enjoy it. I've gotten a variety of really lovely comments from people who have said sweet things about how they enjoyed my videos, or how they weren't having such a nice time, so they enjoyed just having something fun and dumb to watch, or how, like, being non-binary and being in Warhammer, it's nice to see somebody else like that. Like, honestly, stuff that I never expected that people would get out of my silly little videos. They have said some very sweet things that have totally made me cry because they're very sweet. So, you'll end up affecting people in ways you don't expect sometimes, which is really cool. I know that, like, when I was first getting into learning how to paint, I really, really valued all the content I was consuming. So, yeah, certainly there is, and I often forget it myself, but there is a value in what we're making. It's different to every person, to be sure, but I don't have a job that I do on the daily that gives me any sense of purpose whatsoever, so it's pretty cool to know that the thing that I'm passionate about and do in my spare time is, like, well received by folks. That's nice. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel like I'm putting effort into something worthwhile, which is not often a feeling that I have. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, making burgers is way harder than people give it, like, credit for. Like, people shit on that job. They're like, oh, what you gonna do? Like, flip burgers? Bro, that's a skill. Have you tried flipping burgers? Has Linda gone down to the local burger joint and really made a go at it? Because it's not easy. It is not. I also realized that I wasn't using black before for the chrome. I need to actually get a black paint and then start doing all of those details. Sponsorships. Yeah, that's a whole can of worms that fortunately I have not had to deal with before. I imagine wanting a sponsored video to do well has its own brand of stress that comes with it. Fortunately, I've been spared from this, at least for now, but also, I don't know that any sponsor in their right mind is going to be like, we want to partner with you, the person who's making bowling alley-based tutorials and painting. Like, Games Workshop probably doesn't want their Canon product to be represented by McDonald's. I'm just going to throw that out there. So certainly, synergy is not considered when attempting these things. Is this one just this one just needs a wash and then the chrome parts put on? Oh, it's still some of the red stripes. Okay. Well, we're gonna do black stripes first because I just put black on the palette. So that's what we're doing today. I'm talking to myself, but I got a plan. Oh my gosh, yes, James, make burgers for us. Do it. You should totally make burgers. That would be delicious. I love a burger. It would be good. It would be a great time. Yes, burger night. Awesome. That's exciting. And I think it's Lila's turn to pick the movie. We do movie nights because we're cool, and I hang out with fun people. And mostly, we're just we're watching a movie as a pretense to hopefully get the cats to hang out with us. Regardless of whose cats, we all just want the cats to congregate. I mean, there's a video idea right there. Why do Warhammer's female models suck, but their concept art fucks so hard? That's a very good title, and would definitely be something that you could put on a YouTube thumbnail. Don't take that verbatim, dear God. The essence of what I want to say was in what I said. The execution, not so much. PR champion is I am not. Why do they fuck so hard? It's a great way of, like, saying things, but it's not the way, like, that, the intention died somewhere in that sentence. Which is unfortunate, because I had a brain at the start of that, but I definitely didn't by the end of that sentence. Sugar candy influencer. I have influenced, like, 3 people to buy candy supplies and or paint a candy miniature. So that's something. That's slightly influenced. Hello, Sam. Welcome. Sorry, I was saying fuck the moment you entered the chat. That's on me. It's a me problem. I'll never get my swearing under control. It's nice that I can edit it out of my actual videos. There's a lot of editing that goes into the things that I say, because I swear a lot more, as you can see in these unedited streams, than I ever do in my, my edited for YouTube content. We take the swears out. I'm glad it made sense. Okay, that's good. I don't know if it's a good video topic or not, but, like, I'd watch it. However, I'd watch most YouTube videos. I don't know that I'm really the target audience here. I'm just a person who likes to fill my house with noise. I don't really want to paint stripes. I really don't. I need to base coat the other stuff before I paint the stripes. I just need to commit to... I need to have done a different color. I'm doing this in a dumb way instead of a smart way because I want the project to be closer to done. And I need to do this in a smart way, so I'm going to stop doing it in a dumb way and do it in a smart way. We're going to start base painting all the scrolls and shit and not be a big dum-dum. Everyone swears. This is an Arby's. Why did I do that? I don't know why I thought that I wouldn't get paint on my finger, but yeah, okay. We're just full of smart decisions right now. We really are. Why did you clip that moment? I don't know how to clip moments myself. It's not fair that you can take my swearing out of context. That's not what this tool was ever designed for. That's not why people stream, so that they can... That's way too watery. I need to have shaken that up. That's, like, unusable. That's like, you know, when you get a new bottle of ketchup, and you're like, hell yeah, I'm gonna put my ketchup right by these fries, and you don't put it on the fries because you're not a monster. You dip each fry individually in ketchup. If you're the kind of person who squirts ketchup all across the fries, contaminating every fry with ketchup, I don't think that we should be sharing fries. That is not how you put ketchup on fries. I'm very passionate about this because I'm correct. But yeah, you know when you don't shake the bottle of ketchup and you just get ketchup water and it like leaks onto the fries? That's basically the consistency of the paint there. It's ketchup water consistency, and it's not conducive to painting. That's much better. Oh no! Lila's been influenced, and I didn't even tell you to purchase through my non-existent affiliate links so that I can get credit for influencing you. Oh no! A crisis has occurred. What do you... I influenced the influencer to get Necromunda. Mission accomplished. Gold star for me. There you go, Soda. Lila Mev purchased a Necromunda. We did it. It didn't even take 24 hours. We got another person to at least paint Necromunda. Play? Not a chance. But paint? Potentially. I did go on a very long rant about ketchup. You make a space for the dipping blob, Destro. If that means you have to eat a few unaccompanied fries to make a hollow to put the ketchup in, you do that. For the good of society. Unfollowed. Yeah, Topher, I'm sorry. I don't think I can allow you to follow my channel anymore. You're just a monster. Who would do that? You dip the fries individually. I don't know what Lady Credo looks like. Someone describe her appearance to me, please, so I can remember what this model looks like. I don't paint badass women models the way that Lila does, so I always look at that and go, that's a human. I'm not going to paint that. That's not a goon. Dude, use the checkout code FIVER to get 5% off. It works so well, in theory. It's just, you know, not in actuality. I don't have any discount codes for you. I wish I did, but I don't. If I could give you all of the discount codes in the world, totally would. I'm not a good investment yet, though, but at least that means I'm not shilling for anything that, you know. You've posted Lady Credo on... No, it's not the Spoon Lady. We established that it wasn't. Hang on. I'm gonna check the picture. Soda said he posted it, so he better not have lied. Where did you post it, Soda? It's not... Oh, wait. Do I have to scroll down? I didn't scroll down all the way. Oh, okay. Yeah. She's got all those, like, weird doodads flying around her. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Suffers from tactical rock disease. I do like that she's got the whole, like, Bloodborne vibes of I am fighting, but I also have, like, a veil or a mask or something that blocks my vision. Because... that's just fun. What color am I? I'm painting yellow. I am so distracted right now in this moment. There's not a lot of coherence. Put your brain back together, Fives. Jesus. I'm willing to bet that, Lila, are you putting off editing your videos to watch this stream? Is that what's happening? Because I think usually you come in here and you're like, I'm editing, but I'm also going to watch this stream. Because I need you to get into streaming so that when I'm editing, I can be like, I am editing, but I'm putting off editing to watch your stream. She sure isn't. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I figured it was worth asking the previous 2 times you had been. I didn't mean that as like a call out. You're good. You just relax. You have a nice time. I so far have still not purchased any new miniatures. It's been a few days. We might make it to 2 weeks into this year without any miniatures purchased. I think that's pretty impressive. That self-control, it's only gonna hold out for so long, though. This is not a sustainable resistance. This is a matter of time until I cave in. Yeah, I remember you had said something about purchasing miniatures on New Year's Day. That's fair. Say hi to Mochi for me, please. He's adorable, and I love him, and I love his little grumpy face that he makes sometimes. It's so cute when he squints his little eyes and gets all grumpy. He's such a cute little buddy. He's currently being a dick. Oh no. I think all my cats are napping right now, so that's a good time for me to be painting. That will only last but so long. Especially because I got mint chocolate chip ice cream the other day, which is the best flavor. And as soon as I decide to settle in with a little bowl for dessert, they're gonna be like, don't you want to share that with us? And I will tell them no, and they will be like, great, it's time for you to share that with us. This one just looks like he's carrying a big bundle of French fries on his back, and I'm gonna lean into that. Oh, I guess I need the little top part to also be a French fry, maybe? I don't know. I hope you guys are all ready for my next video to be like a pretentious video essay, because that's where I'm going with it. Yeah, I don't know. I want to do this, and it's probably going to be terrible. But I've written the script already, so it's too late for me to back out now. And I hope that you're going to tolerate it and not be like, wow, Fives, you are a pretentious dickhead. Take this video down. Ooh, 3D printed pumpkins sound cute. Destro, please go eat some food. That is way more important than this stream. You need to eat and take care of yourself. And anybody who hasn't eaten or taken care of themselves, please go eat or drink. Or in Lila's case, go give your cat his meds because he needs them. Thank you for joining us. And congratulations on your new Necromunda miniatures. I cannot wait to see what you do with them. This is probably a good reason for me to paint up some of my Necromunda terrain, too. So I can take nice photos of stuff. I'm gonna do terrain painting this year. I don't know if you guys want to see me paint terrain, because I don't paint terrain. I have yet to paint a single terrain. But do you want terrain painting tutorials? They're not going to be useful if you don't intend on painting candy shit, but they'll be great if you do. I actually don't know that they'll be great. I've never painted terrain, so I can't really guarantee that they're going to be good one way or the other. But they will be. I've told myself often that the good is the enemy of the complete. So, sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and decide that good enough really, truly, down to its core, is good enough. Do I want to do a good job? Sure. That would be ideal. If I do a shit job but still have terrain to play games with, is that okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's one of those things that I should pick up at Adepticon, because I need more terrain. I don't have enough terrain for like a full, decently packed game table. Certainly not enough for Necromunda, which is supposed to be like dense. But it's so hard for terrain to be interesting, and it's so easy for another giant robot or cute slug to be interesting. Or get this, a goblin, of which I also have like 1 million. Circus ball pit terrain? These are great ideas. I was thinking candy terrain, but I like your ball pit idea for like some hazardous terrain or difficult to traverse terrain. And that's not just because I've been putting FNAF videos on for my cat. If you are fortunate enough to have never had to experience any of the FNAF series, then you'll never be asked by your friends whether the ball pit in FNAF that you are discussing is the regular one or the time-traveling one. Because these are real questions that I have been asked, and I hate it. Just make your own terrain out of literal garbage, like Destro does. Well, Destro, I need you to make terrain tutorials specifically for what I can do with... You ready for this? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, what do I do with these? What do I do with all of these? Because I'll tell you I'll tell you what I currently do. I just drink them, right? I drink them until they're gone. And then I just put them to the side of my desk. That one still has tea in it. I don't know how old the tea in that is, so I'm not going to drink it. But what do I do with all of this, Destro? What do I do with that? Have I checked out... Oh, I know about Dungeons and Lasers. I know about all the terrain. I'm aware of it. I just don't, you know, I don't have it. It's hard for me to spend money on it, because I don't think that it's very interesting. Trees, but giant lollipop. I love these ideas. Wash out the cans and hot glue the cans together for terrain. $1 Billion Clown Farm has that video with the trash terrain. He does. Yes, that's correct. Those are industrial tanks. They're a cap you can 3D print to put on them to make them have sewer pipes and stuff coming out of them. Oh, okay, that's cool. Big industrial tanks. Okay, well, I've got, like, at least 5 of them. I'm not good at counting or math, so don't ask me to verify that number, but it's at least 5. Ooh, there was Halloween candy hiding behind them. Fuck yeah. Free candy. Free candy. Candy that I purchased and forgot about. Look at that. That's from the Halloween set. Do you guys miss the Halloween and Christmas sets? I don't know if you do, if you don't, if you cared, if you didn't. I had fun with them. I'm putting literally all of the cans right back where they were without having done anything to them. It's just, I want this candy. I'm gonna eat a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup right now because I'm a mature adult and no one can stop me. This is the Goblin Treasure aspect, Sam. This is the Goblin Treasure. I find it hard to spend money on terrain, not on miniatures. Because I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. Hang on. Sorry. Okay. I find it hard to spend money on terrain because I know that the money that I could spend on terrain could just go to miniatures. You know? Like, I could buy 1 cool building or, like, 3 cool miniatures. What the fuck was I painting before I started grabbing Arizona green tickets? Are you done? Yeah, you're probably done. You can sit over here. Someone, I don't know. I don't imagine I attract a particularly religious crowd. But if you are, maybe my sanity would be something that, if I were religious, which I am not, should be prayed for. I think sometimes I get on these streams, I just start to lose it a little bit. Start to go a little crazy. Talking about French fries and terrain and I don't know. Where are we? What's happening? Am I still streaming? Yes, I am. That's fair. If I was super committed to the bit, I could cut the cans up and stick them to frames made out of sprue for slapdash orc buildings made out of scrap metal. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That's not a terrible idea. To use them as, like, orc scrap. I kind of like that idea. It's not even that I would have to be committed to the bit. It's just literally the only cans in my house that aren't, like, cans of soup are Arizona green tea cans. I tend to drink that. Like, I'm trying to cut out soda. I'm not soda the person, soda the drink. I'm very bad at it because I love Coca-Cola. But I'm trying, and my substitution for that, and say what you will, I know Arizona green tea isn't like the healthiest or whatever the shit, but we make progress slowly or not at all. So I'm trying to replace soda with Arizona green tea, which I do love, to be fair. It's just, I still sometimes often buy Coke because I'm not very committed, just mildly so. Listen, this isn't a health channel, I can't influence you, and I'm not trying to be perfect, I'm just trying to be a little bit better. That's all. The chaos of this live stream is great. Yeah, this one's been a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sorry. I don't really know why it's weird today, but I guess it is. Someone's already made an Arizona green tea night. You can find it on Reddit. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Sam, I gotta be honest. I mean, it's not that much different or more chaotic. And if you want more of this chaos, we do have I don't know if you use Discord much at all. I do have a Discord server that I'm always forgetting to link in the chat. I'm gonna link it now. But it's usually full of similar levels of chaos. All kinds of shit goes down there. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you for being here, and again, I will not be painting a chicken night. I do appreciate the fact that you think that I'm going to at some point. It's still not going to happen, but I like that you keep trying. You're a valuable part of this community, even if it is just because you bring the chaos. That's not true. You actually say a lot of nice things and contribute and shit like that. So, yeah. It is not a safe space for Nurgle. Teas are always poggers, though. Hope does not spring eternal for the chicken night. Don't encourage him. There's not gonna be a chicken night. There's a much higher chance of me painting Nurgle than there ever is of me painting a chicken knight, simply because Nurgle models are cheaper and knights are spenny. I also feel like it's once again important to remind people that although some people might call my armies meme armies, they are not. I don't paint things for the joke of it most of the time. I am very serious about, even if these color schemes are kind of strange, I'm not doing it just because, like, for the meme. I genuinely always am painting or drawing stuff like this. I don't really know where Josh got the idea for a chicken tender night, what that's born from exactly, but it's not likely to find its way onto my painting desk. If you have Discord but don't use it, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I just want to throw that option out there for anyone who might be watching or lurking who wants to. It's a no-pressure environment. This is not a hard sales pitch. I don't care if, like, you don't want to join, that's completely fine. I'm gonna be painting miniatures anyway. It's kind of what it boils down to. I just got so much value and community out of the Goobertown server when I was first starting out painting, so I liked the idea that I could also try and create and nurture a similar environment for folks. And whether I have achieved that or not, I couldn't say. I've certainly created a space. Nobody can argue that I didn't make a place. I have the Discord server, and that exists. Well, I guess I suppose you could argue it, but it's a fact. I mean, the place exists, so you can't argue it that much. He's just, I like that his gun is now a giant French fry. That's good. That's funny. That is funny. What about Nurgle chickens? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're really beautiful and unique. Nurgle chickens? I don't know. I've never seen one before. I couldn't speak to that. I can speak to the fact that my back's starting to hurt a little bit, so that's probably where we're going to have to call it for tonight. We did make some good progress. We're getting further on these guys, and I think that adding the chrome was a real triumph with him. I think he looks good. He looks just a tiny bit janky with it unwashed as well, and I don't know if I'll change that or not the more I stare at it. But I do think it helps. Oh shit. I think it helps to give it that kind of wasteland Necromunda feel. Like, it's gotta be a little bit messy and a little bit fucked up, I feel like, to really get into that Necromunda spirit. I could be wrong. My knowledge of Necromunda, like I stated before, it's limited at best. I did find hidden Halloween candy, so that's great too. Let me just kind of organize my space here. Trying to make sure I put everything in a spot where the cats can't get to it, which is honestly a pretty important aspect of my hobby. It's cat prevention. Not something that all hobbyists have to consider. Definitely something I have to consider. Grand Bat Fiver. What? I'm sorry, Brady. You're gonna need to run that one by me again. You regret to inform me that Nurgle chickens are just regular chickens? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Brent's clownfish goblin video is a great one. I'm a fan. Alright, well, I'm gonna grab my painting handle, I'm gonna close the painting desk, and then we'll see if we can get a cat here to say goodnight. Do I want the rest of this water? I do. Achilles, do you want to wake up and say goodnight to everybody? Do you want to say goodnight, buddy? Do you want to say goodnight? Do you want to say goodnight, baby boy? No, Hector, you want to do it? You do? Alright. Well, Hector has decided to close out the stream. You have? What do you say? What do you say? Alright, and that's the last word on that. Everybody have a good night and be good to each other.